Hey, good afternoon, Tony DeDante. Hope you're all having a great day. Hope God is blessing you. Today I'm here to talk to you about interviews. Here's my question for you. Are your interviews changing people's lives? I had a chance this week to interview some CEO candidates for a company, and I wanted to make sure that my questions affected the way they think about business and somehow affected them whether they got the job or not. And let me tell you why I do that. 25 years ago, and I got reminded of this yesterday. Yesterday, John Homeister, who is a legend in the HR world, was the head of Allied Signal HR and aerospace, then went on to be the chief human resource officer at Shell, and then went on to be the president of Shell. So this is somebody that I have lived my life trying to emulate my whole life since I've known him, 25 years. Right? I wanted to get into HR. I wanted to be successful. I wanted to be a line expert. I wanted to be promoted into the line, and that's what happened to me. So I remember being at Wang. I remember being at Harley-Davidson and getting lured to Wang. And in the first 3 weeks, I had to lay off 8,000 people because Dr. Wang didn't believe there would be a PC at every person's desk in America. So as I thought about what I left to what I went to, I got a call for a possible job at Allied Signal working underneath John Homeister and Larry Bossidy, and who both come out of the GE world at the time. So it was quite the place to be if you could pass the test. And I remember going out to California and interviewing, and that interview took about 2.5 hours, maybe longer. And during that interview, John tested every part of me, my HR knowledge, my self-knowledge, my business knowledge, my knowledge of the competitive space, what's going on in aerospace, all this stuff that thankfully I prepared for. Here's what I'm telling you about. He said to me something at the end of this interview that I've used for 25 years. Two things in particular. One was, don't ever play small when you have big inside of you. Don't ever play small when you have big inside of you. And the second thing was, Tony, I will give you air cover. I want you to come to work every day prepared to be fired for doing the right thing. And Lord knows I did some right things that he needed to provide air cover for. So, including taking on Mr. Bossidy on the subject of diversity. Before diversity became really, really important in the C-suite. So I want to thank John Homeister for being a great mentor, for being a great human being, for asking me the toughest questions in my life, for giving me opportunities to fail and to make huge impacts. And the challenge I want to give out to the people that see this is that, are your interviews changing people's lives? Are they impacting people's lives? Are the questions you're asking changing people's lives? And if they're not, you need to really take a look at your process of inquiry. Really rethink the questions you're using. Because done right in that 2 or 3 hour interview, you have the opportunity to change the trajectory of someone's life. I want to thank you to John Homeister for making me really good at what I do. And thank you to Alan Kay at Mattel for giving me an opportunity to run HR globally and then to get promoted into the Hot Wheels brand. Hey, if I die today, that was awesome. Remember those interview questions. You can make a difference.